Alrighty, y'all, so this is a video that many of you all have been waiting for a good little while. I've been teasing for a couple months, and it has come here in the fall. I went and got them a little bit earlier than I have in the past, or at least last year. I got my last year's load in November. It is a total of 9 pallets, around 45, 46 mowers. There is no weed eaters and electric stuff this year, for a couple of reasons. One, Walmart changed their inventory to not include Black & Decker anymore, and they went to their Hyper Tough House brand, which I do not believe sells nearly as well as Black & Decker stuff. So that's why, part of the reason why I didn't really want to mess with them. The other reason, I didn't have any room on the truck and on the trailer. I was pretty maxed out, and maxed out in terms of that's all the cash I took down there to get this with. People ask how much I pay for these things. All of this is around $3,200, and I think it was $3,265 was the final amount on them. Most pallet places you'll find will sell pallets for around $500 for the mowers. If they're good, usually they'll have about 6 or so on a pallet. I can already tell you that if you saw last year's video of the ones I got, last year's lot was basically a dream lot. A bunch of self-propelleds, a bunch of nice stuff. This one I've got quite a few more lower end Hyper Tough brand stuff. It's just kind of the luck of the draw when you go get pallets, especially if you buy them in bulk. I have no issue with them. It's still going to make me plenty of money. Probably just not as much as last year, just because it's the nature of the business, to be honest. You can't always get the nicest stuff whenever you buy in bulk. So just kind of remember that. And also remember, remember if you're getting a trailer, get something that has at least 80 inches between the wheel wells, because these are 40 by 48 pallets, and you can actually stack them side by side on them like you would a box truck. If you don't have a box truck or anything like that and want to go for a less costly alternative, then a car hauler trailer is a good option. It pulled great. It's about a 4-hour ride for me to go down and get them. Well worth it. It's getting dark out, so I need to really hurry up and get these things into their storage place, and so I'm going to go ahead and get going to that. If I see anything weird or interesting, I will let you know. The first one I found interesting is, y'all have seen it in my previous videos of when I get these mowers. Sometimes, this mower I believe has it as well, you get things like the wheels are kind of cocked out of place and stuff like that. Those are easy fixes, because this is not broken, it's just bent out. But you're going to see things like residue in the gas tank because of them having to put that in there to kind of neutralize it. I've seen that in a few. I've only had one out of the probably couple hundred that I've gotten that has physically had gas in it when I got it. So, and I have one reel mower this year. Only one reel mower, the rest are gas mowers. So I sacrificed a little bit to get kind of more of what I want, because the electric mowers don't sell well. The battery powered ones are a luck of the draw if you have the batteries with them or not. So all gas mowers except for one. Not quite as good as last year's lot from the first impressions, just because of the type of mowers on them. So you give and you take, and we're going to be fine. I'm going to see what interesting things I find as I take these off, and give you all a final tally at the end whenever I get them off, when it will be more than dark outside at that point. Alright, so a couple of interesting goodies so far. One of them is actually, so the first pallet I unloaded had a pull rope cover and a broken flywheel to a lawnmower that was not, to my knowledge, on the pallet. So that's an interesting find. So we'll have to see if that one shows up a little bit later. Thankfully I've got flywheels if it does, and it never hurts to have an extra pull rope cover. So I'll continue unloading. Sorry for the light, but here's an interesting one for you. So this one, I don't know if you can look under here. It is brand new, never been used. Oops. That handle does that sometimes. It is missing the kill cable, the blade stop cable. So my guess is this was a display model, or somebody bought it, took this off, and returned it. Will be one of my two guesses on this one. So it's just people return just crazy stuff. I've got one, like that one right there is dirty as all get out. You can't really see it. That one was on clearance. That was a return, but still, people return these things dirty as all get out, missing things. Like I don't know how many are missing, and this is typical and it's expected. Are missing the little kill handle there. It's missing things like bolts and nuts and stuff, and I'm not complaining about it because I know that's what's going to be happening. But it's like, why do people return stuff like this? You know, with missing stuff, like I don't have any owner's manuals or anything for these either, so they were out of the box returns. But again, still, I know what I'm getting into. I'm just kind of venting a little bit about this is what the people return. All in all, though, with just like things like missing the kill wire, missing some bolts and stuff, they're not, so far I've got 3, 6, 10, 12, 13, and 4. I've seen number 14 off the trailer there. They're looking good so far, apart from just the very minor things like that. So, as to be expected, this SP80 snapper is actually brand new, which is a big plus, because that was the main reason why I bought that pallet, was because of that mower, since I didn't have any of the higher end stuff this time. Let me continue working, and if I see anything else interesting or want to point out for those that may potentially be looking to doing this on the side or even for a living, I'll let you know. Alright, another interesting one for y'all here. This mower is sold if it runs. This mower is sold. Has a side discharge chute bag. Somebody's looking for one that I sold to somebody last year. The bag's over here, thankfully. Came with the bag, but inside it is the discharge chute, the owner's manual, and also the blades. So that kind of was like, uh-oh. And then under it was the blade key. And then as well as under it was, and this mower hasn't been used that much, thankfully, just some loose grass here. And I've backed it out already because I couldn't live with myself if I couldn't back it out tonight. But a sheared off bolt to hold on the blade. How about that? Apart from that, this mower looks great, which I'm very happy with because it's got the Honda motor on it. It's the only one that has the Honda motor on it this year. So, at least to my knowledge, I might find some more surprises when I keep looking. But, just happy about that. Hopefully that's just a replacement of the bolt for the shaft to hold the blade on. So, just want to point that out because that's kind of interesting for y'all as well. Y'all might find that, interesting. So, let me keep going. Well, hopefully the light's still good enough. It's pitch black outside. Just remember, it takes a while whenever you're by yourself, to unload this stuff. Probably took me a good hour or whatnot to secure it at the pallet place that I go get stuff. And this one's actually a 58 volt snapper. It came in the same pallet as this Sun Joe reel mower, so it's kind of a mishmash pallet. For some reason the front wheels are off. The front wheels are right here, which is a good sign. Battery charger is here. Was this mower used? No. So it's probably a display model. But the unfortunate thing is that the battery was removed on it. And I confirmed by checking that unfortunately it's removed. However, I guess they sold it as a potential like clearance item, to where you'd only pay $200. I don't know if y'all can see that because of the darkness. There it is. But look at what this mower is new. If you add these two together, you're talking about close to $356. So what I usually do in this situation, I did this a couple of years ago, is that I find a weed eater or a blower that takes the same 58-volt battery, except they had the 60-volt previously. It does have the bag with it as well. I'll buy that, have one battery for both tools, and sell them as a unit. And usually I can get anywhere close to $250 to $300 for them. So it's not, I mean, I wish they had the battery with it, but it's not like it's totally a deal breaker for me. But then again, if you try and venture into cordless stuff, then just remember that a lot of times you can get lucky and you can not get lucky when it comes to batteries and chargers. Thankfully this has the charger. So that's just another interesting one that I've pulled off. I've only got one more pallet left, so I'm going to do the final tally, and I'll give you all the final tally unless I see something else unusual. So I've just about got them all off, so I want to give you all kind of a synopsis of everything. I don't have the Sunjoe listed on here, so let me write that one on there for us. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. Like I said, not necessarily the best lot that I've ever gotten. I'm never going to say that I've gotten a bad lot because I'm going to make plenty of money off of it. So 21 Hyper Tough 20-inch, 6 low wheel, 6 high wheel. So we're at a 33. 3 low wheel with the bag, that's 36. High wheel with the bag, 38. SP80 is 39. The all-wheel drive is 40. 58-volt brushless is 41, and the Sunjoe reel mower is 42. So 42 total. It's actually about the same amount that I've gotten in previous years. Like I said, not the best lot I've gotten, but I stand to still make plenty of money off of them with doing trades and whatnot. I thought I'd be more about 46, but I'm not. Seems like I always overestimate by about 2 or 3, but that is not a big deal. It's been a long day, and I just wanted to give you all a good update and show you all that the mowers are here, and there are probably quite a few videos coming on them. Although I will say for this, the one thing that I've noticed so far is that most of them appear to be in good shape, and apart from missing some hardware and stuff, are complete. So I can deal with that. But let's walk over here and show y'all what I've got. I still got 2 on the trailer there that I need to get off, or 2 on the truck, excuse me. I think I messed that light up there on the trailer. But here they all are. I got plenty of room still if I wanted to get more. That's good to know for future years if I want to get more mowers, that I have plenty of room left. But hoping to, like I said, last year's lot was amazing. This year almost seems like a disappointment to last year's, but really and truthfully, they're not too bad. So I just want to thank y'all for watching. More videos on these are going to be coming up, as well as more videos coming up on trade-ins that'll eventually be coming from these. I'm going to try and sell a few of the ones that have the bags on them and see if I can get them going, and maybe clean up some of these Hyper Tough ones to see if I can get a couple of late season buys. But thank y'all for watching. I appreciate all the support. This is kind of how the channel got started. So going back to my roots, and y'all can kind of see how I've how far I have come in the amount of time that I've been doing this channel, from just working from under a house to actually having a crawl space and a trailer to where I can get a bunch of pallets. So all that is partially and thanks to y'all for the support and the encouragement. So thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.